Good morning, everybody. I'm Larry Jacobs. This is Pre-K-12 Education Talk Radio on Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. And thank you so much for being with us today. I'm very honored to have as my guest today an old friend and a wonderful force in education. That's Mark Barnes, who is a longtime educator, longtime author, and founder and president of Times 10 Publications. Okay, and Times 10, you probably all know what they do. They publish books that provide practical solutions for you, busy educators, that can be read today and you can use them tomorrow. It's great stuff. We work with them on our Equity Awards. They're a proud sponsor. I'm so thrilled about that. I've known Mark for years. He's been on the show many times, and it's great to have him back. You may know their Hack Learning series. That has 31 books in it, but these got other stuff. We're going to talk all about how we work together today and also what's new over there, et cetera, and why he's so involved in equity and SEL. We got some special stuff because we announced our Equity Awards winners yesterday. He has actually offered one of our winners a publishing contract. And he's going to talk about that today. And that's someone, Mona from Meriden, Connecticut, which is a district that I work with quite often. So I was thrilled about that. Okay, to hear that they won that. We're going to archive this show like we do with every show over at ace-ed.org, ace-ed.org. And it's our home website, the American Consortium for Equity and Education. Everything we do is over there. All of our podcasts, you'll see a link to SEL Today. You'll see a link to teacherretention.com, teacher-retention.com. Tons of information over there, okay? Plus the new issue of Equity and Access Magazine, our wonderful official online journal that we publish every other month. We just put a new issue up there, and all you have to do is click through on the cover, okay, and read just a wonderful issue that I love to call it a Hand of the King by Vice President of Editorial Production, Maya Appleby, put together. It's just an amazing issue this year. We're so proud of it. That includes the SEL Today section. So please check it all out over at ace-ed.org. And enough about me. Let's talk about Mark Barnes. First of all, good morning, Mark Barnes.
Good morning, Larry Jacobs. Hey, great to talk to you today, man. How are you?
Good. I'm fine. So I live in New England, and Mark lives in Cleveland. How about them Browns, huh?
Oh, that's a sore subject, Larry. Come on.
Okay, sorry. Sorry. I always like the Browns. I own a Volkswagen Beetle, okay, from 1974, and the Browns remind me of my Beetle. They're not fancy. Okay, they don't even have a logo on their helmet. They just get the job done when they can.
Well, I like the comparison.
Good. They should put an old-time bug on their helmet. Maybe they'd do better, for goodness sakes. Okay, what can I think they've gone through, 12 quarterbacks in 5 years? So have you applied yet?
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm on call.
I know. I can't figure out why they haven't called you. Okay, first of all, I got to tell you, yesterday Ross Romano on the show here, and anybody can listen to that, we announced all the winners of our Equity Awards program, and you are a proud sponsor. We're working with you. And you can start off. Let's start off. Just tell everybody what Times 10 does far better than I did it, and then just go right into how we're working together here, Mark. Okay? Just so great.
Yeah, sure, Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity, and I liked what you said. I like what you said about Times 10. That the big thing is, we publish books for teachers and school leaders, and our thing is practical solutions. I was a teacher for over 20 years, and one of the things I always complained about was, they were always talking about the 5-year plan or the 10-year plan. And, my colleagues and I were,
how about a plan for tomorrow?
Always looking ahead, always looking ahead. And I said, we need solutions right now. We can't wait 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. We need answers. So, when I got into the business of doing books and collaborating with, people who are in the trenches doing the work and doing great, innovative stuff, I said, when we take those ideas and put them into our books, we want to make sure that they give those right now solutions. So we're almost 10 years in now to this, and we started we were founded on the Hack Learning series, which is,
sure.
an internationally renowned book series now. We're up to 31 books there. And that is, that series outlines what I said. It's every chapter has the problem. We open with a problem. Here's what's going on. Here's the hack, which is a unique solution. And then what everyone loves about the Hack Learning series is that every chapter has what you can do tomorrow. Not 5 years, not 10 years, tomorrow. So, that's our thing is we want to help educators solve problems, because when we help them, they help kids. And,
right.
and that's the goal. That's what we're after. And so anyway,
by the way, I want to tell everybody
we love what you guys are doing.
Hold on, the website. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, you have 10publications.com. Is that your website?
Yeah, number 10, publications.com.
Number 10. I just wanted to make sure 10, I'm on it, 10publications.com. Okay, and so 10. Okay, and I wanted to ask you, you were talking about this. How'd you get the name Times 10?
Well, we started, yes, I do. I co-authored the first ever Hack Learning series book and Times 10 Publications book, and it's called Hacking Education, 10 Quick Fixes for Every School. And I did that book with the marvelous Jennifer Gonzalez, who is the founder of Cult of Pedagogy. I'm sure your listeners know all about Cult of Pedagogy. She has a podcast, and let me tell you, Larry, she's got 10 million downloads on her podcast. So
wow,
this is Jennifer's a giant in education, and she and I go way back. And we did this book, and she really helped me kind of figure out this whole Hack Learning format. And we talked about how, boy, we could do a lot of subjects under this, And Jen, I think, said at one point, she goes, and 10's a great number, 10 hacks for education, 10 hacks for assessment, for school discipline, all of that. And I was like, wow, I like that. And then I needed a name of the company and our publishing imprint. I'm like, hey, if we're going to keep doing 10, let's be Times 10. So that's what we are. And again, practical solutions. And we're working right now to find partners like you, like ACE Ed, like the Equity Awards, that are really interested in doing the right thing in education. And equity is a topic that we just can't do enough of. And I'm thrilled to death with, being a part of the Equity Awards and working with you again.
It's great, as a matter of fact. And Mark, I would hope, and I don't know if you talked to Maya about this, okay, please do. Okay, you guys are welcome to bring your, I don't know whether we set this up or, bring your authors on, and each month we publish or on the website can do an article for us about their book. We'd love to do that.
Yeah, we're gonna do it, because we've got a fantastic bunch, at Times 10, and I hope your listeners get over to 10publications.com, and you can actually check out all of the people there. And they, their links to social media, they're fabulous people to follow. They're constantly talking about helping educators. So, we're going to do some really good work moving forward.
I look forward to that. And also, since our audience is all educators, I would like you to just talk about how someone becomes a writer. Okay, a lot of people have a lot to say, and they don't know where to begin. And here's a publisher on our show. Mark, just talk to them about how they would maybe get in touch with you, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to do that, because we're constantly looking for people who will be a good fit for Times 10. And there's so many educators out there that are doing amazing things. This is one of the things I love about the Equity Awards. And being a partner there with ACE Ed and finding people who are being honored for the work that they're doing. Offering a publishing agreement to a winner and saying, we want you to come here and share your ideas. We want to help you get those ideas out there. So that's one piece. But the easiest way for anybody to pitch us an idea is to go to our site, 10publications.com. Right at the top, there's a very easy to find button, and it says Write for Times 10. And one of the things that we've worked very hard on, Larry, is to make it simple for people because, like you said, not everybody understands the publishing world. Before I got into it, I didn't know that much about it. I had written some books, but I had to learn from other people how you take that and you put it together. And, you know, we pride ourselves on being a small, independent company. We have an amazing team of editors. I've had educators say, well, I don't really know how to write. You know, I'm not much of a writer. I'm a teacher, not a writer. You know, we've done a lot of great math books, and, you know, not that math teachers can't write, because we have two phenomenal writers who did a math book for us. But, you know, sometimes people who aren't in the English language arts world, they have great ideas to share, and they'll say, yeah, but I'm not a writer. The thing I always say is we're going to help you with that. We have professional editors. And the beauty of it is our developmental team, not only are they professional writers and editors, but they were former educators. So, you know, it's just a really neat synergy that we have. And the nice thing is we've simplified the pitch process. You know, I started out as a writer, and I've written for some wonderful publishers, and they're all great, but I tell you, some of them have a really complicated pitch, process.
Right.
And it can be overwhelming, and honestly, I think it can turn people off, where they go, this is just too much. So if you go to 10publications.com, you click on that button, Write for Times 10, and we actually have videos there. I'm on there, so, you know, people might have to close their eyes. But, you know, I'm on there with videos saying, here's what you do. You know, I mean, one thing we ask for, Larry, is an elevator pitch. I say, you know, if we were riding up an elevator together and we were going to be there for 30 to 40 seconds and you had a book idea, tell me about that idea in that amount of time. And that's a really key thing. If you can get someone excited about your idea in that 30-second elevator ride, you get our attention pretty quickly. So, yeah, we make it easy. You don't have to have a completed book. Some publishers want you to have a written manuscript. Send that over. We don't operate that way. If you have it, great. But if not, we ask for, you know, what are your ideas? Tell us your ideas, how you want to organize them, and then we go from there. So, yeah, it's an easy process, and I would love for your listeners to send us a pitch. Just go to 10publications.com and click on Write for Times 10.
And tell us, I got to read this. Simone Jones, who's a teacher at Roger Sherman Elementary School in Meriden, Connecticut. I happen to be good friends with Mark Bonini there. To me, they're terrific superintendent. I can't wait to tell him this.
Yeah.
Simone is also I said Mona earlier, but it was Simone. Simone is also the recipient of a special prize. This is great in our Equity Awards program, presented by Times 10. You, Mark. Okay. She's been offered a book contract and a royalty advance. That's, I assume, several $1 million. Okay, like Dan Brown. Would that be correct?
At least.
Right?
Oh, absolutely. We're right there.
Yes, the Times 10 code. She called it the Times 10 code. Okay, but seriously, congratulations to Simone. Okay, again, and Roger Sherman, one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence from Connecticut, I might add. Okay, she's a teacher there at Roger Sherman Elementary. Just talk about that. Okay,
yeah.
What Simone? How Simone and you are going to work together?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it, and this is a part of this relationship, Larry, with ACE Ed, with the Equity Awards, working with people like you, Ross Romano, Maya. I'm so excited about this because of the mission. You know, we need more content for teachers and school leaders about equity in education. You know, it's one of those things where it's trendy to just talk about it and to say, yeah, we need to do more with this. But then when you find people who are in the trenches really giving it more than just talk, they're doing things. That's what matters. And what we want to do at Times 10 is partnering with ACE Ed and the Equity Awards is to find these people and say, hey, you're doing tremendous things, and we want to help you. So what we decided is, you know, you have a lot of honorees in these Excellence in Equity Awards.
Yeah.
And we're inviting all of them to send us their proposals. If you know, these people have amazing ideas, we're saying, hey, send a proposal over. But what we decided was, let's find someone. They're all amazing people, but let's find one. And let me tell you, that's a challenge among all your incredible honorees. it's difficult to find one.
I got to tell you, it was a great group. It was a great group this year. I got to tell you.
It's amazing. Yeah. And I'm so excited about it moving forward. So, but to find that one person that really jumped out and say, you know what, we want this person to be an author of a Times 10 Publications book, and to really make that exciting, which I think any time you're writing a book, it's exciting. But to add to that, we said, let's give the person some incentive, and let's say we want to offer an advance. We want to put some money in your hands because you're doing the work, and we want to reward you not only by giving you this contract, but we want to put some money in your hands, and then we want to collaborate with you to turn your idea into something truly spectacular. And that's what we're going to do. Simone James is a tremendous person. I loved her application. The nomination that came in from one of her colleagues is just so beautifully written. And the thing is, Larry, she's a doer. You know, at Times 10, we don't want talkers. We want doers, people who are in there doing it. She's a chair of a committee in her district. She is an equity leader in her district. She created an amazing book club for her district, really look at equity and start talking about it and take the ideas in the book and say, how can we implement these? Wow. And that was so successful that other districts have invited her to go out and to show them how she did this. Now, that's what we want at Times 10. You know, that's a practical solution. Let's find a book. Let's start reading it. Let's look at the value in it, and then let's talk about how we can take the ideas in that book and actually use them to make our kids better.
Wow. It's great, and congratulations to her, and thank you for doing this. I want to shift the conversation a little bit over more to Times 10, away from the awards for a few minutes. Okay, Mark, as a publisher, just talk about your latest books and what you're hoping to accomplish with the themes of the latest books, and just talk about your favorite ones over the last few years, and get people psyched on that to get over to 10 publication 10publications.com. Go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to talk about it, Larry. And you got to be careful because once I get going, it's hard to stop.
I'm not careful anymore. Just go for it, buddy.
But I so love
beyond the age of careful. Go ahead, just go for it.
you know, I taught, as I said, I taught for over 20 years. So I have that experience. I taught at the middle school. I taught at the high school level. I taught some college courses. So I'm an educator through and through. And when I left the classroom, I said, boy, I want to do everything I can to help educators help kids. And, you know, it's all about practical solutions. So what we are doing, we are really laser focused on impact. And, you know, we're not interested in doing 20, 30, 40 books a year. You know, and some publishers do that, the big boys do that, and that's fine. You know, they're putting a lot of content, hopefully good content out there. What we're doing is 5 to 8 books a year, and we are really making sure that we have impact. So
and by the way, I got to say something. 5 to 8 books a year is a lot, in my opinion. You know, well, we're not talking about Harper Row here. Okay, I think 5 to 10 books. I think that's fabulous. I got to tell you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. When you're small, we are so small, and we tell people this. The people who do propose ideas, and we start having conversations about collaborating, we're very upfront about who we are. You know, we're small. We have a very small team, but they're brilliant. And the thing is, we've worked with the same people for nearly a decade. I mean, our lead designer has been with us from book 1, and Times 10 has over 40 books now since we've been in existence. So, you know, that kind of loyalty is really important, and that really creates that synergy I mentioned before. So, you know, we've got this year we did a book called Dear Math. And again, we're looking for innovative ideas, people who are in the trenches doing it, and who are looking at are approaching topics and subjects in ways that others aren't. And we ran across Sarah Strong. And Sarah Strong is a teacher. So here we're talking about a classroom teacher who came up with an idea years ago to help kids express honestly and openly, their trepidation about math. And what she did is she said, we're going to write letters to math. And she starts her year and she goes throughout the year and she says, just sit down and the person you're writing to is math. Start your letter with Dear Math. And these are incredible. And when I came across Sarah, I thought, wow, what an innovative idea. Because, a lot of kids hate math. Math is hard.
Well,
math is complicated.
Yeah, I was one
too,
of them.
And I was attracted to this idea. And when I saw these letters and then I started talking to Sarah, I was like, wow, we have to get this in front of people.
That's great.
To show them, here's what kids are saying. And she was great at getting those kids to express themselves. And she has a co-author who was a student of hers, Gigi Butterfield, a brilliant writer, by the way. And this is a kid who just graduated from high school.
Is that a guy or a gal, so I can get the right pronoun there? Or
it's a woman, Gigi. Yeah.
Gigi. Gigi, like Gigi, the movie. Yeah, I thought it was initials.
Yeah, like G-I-G-I.
And she was a student. She was a student.
She was a student. She was Sarah's student for a few different years. So she was a part of this whole Dear Math idea, and she wrote many letters, and she really embraced this and created an ongoing relationship with Sarah.
I love this.
And because it's about kids writing letters to math and then what the teacher does with that information, Sarah thought, wow, how cool would it be to bring one of those students who wrote Dear Math letters into this book? And we are so proud of this. Dear Math is why kids hate math and what teachers can do about it. And there's letters in there.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing. It's it's going to have such impact. So we're excited about that.
The word out of my mouth.
We've got
impactful.
In our Hack Learning series, we did hacking teacher burnout. Now, I know you're big into the idea of teacher retention, right? Which is a huge problem. And one of the issues is that they're burned out, they're tired, they're overwhelmed. So we thought, wow, we really need, this is a problem that has to be hacked. This fits into our Hack Learning model. And we went out and got Amber Harper, who created another unique and innovative idea that she calls the burned in teacher instead of burned out. And she has this whole model for things that teachers can do to avoid burnout and to get excited about teaching, even in this very difficult education world. So, that's another book we're excited about. Hacking school discipline.
Hey, Mark, before you go on, let me just say, is Amber, that's her name, right?
Yeah, Amber Harper.
I would love to get Amber onto our show. Okay, and we're gonna talk today later. Okay,
you'll love it.
And I want to get that book up on site at our teacher retention website. It's not up there, is it? I don't think it is.
Yeah, we're going to want to do that, and
okay, let's work on that today. You and I'm going to call you later.
I'll get you Amber.
Yeah,
do that.
We're going to get this
Amber.
together.
Amber's
That's
tremendous.
important to me.
And this is so important. So, again, talking about impact, we want to do creative, innovative things that make a difference, not the 5-year plan, something you can do right now. Hacking School Discipline is one of the most successful education books anywhere. And this is a Washington Post bestseller, and its authors are invited to present all over the world. This book's been translated into, I think, 4 languages now.
Wow.
It's huge in China, if you can imagine that. Translated in Chinese. And because it's all about creating empathy and culture and restorative justice in schools. Because, we spend too much time
emotional learning,
kicking kids out.
Yeah.
Absolutely, right. It's right on that. And that comes back full circle to, ACED and the Equity Awards, because that's what social emotional learning, restorative justice, these things are all about equity in schools. And we spend too much time in schools, with problem kids, getting rid of those kids, pushing the problem away, suspension, expulsion, detention, and that's no good. We need to keep kids in class. We need to get them excited about coming there. And that's what Hacking School Discipline's all about. It's been an international success, and we're so proud of it. So, those are a few. And again, you've been great about mentioning our site and 10publications.com right up front. We've created a super user-friendly site even for mobile. It'll say, you know, you can click a button to see our books. They're all there. And again, we're really excited about it. We continue to do practical solutions, and we're really focused now on equity, diversity, inclusion, all of these things that kids need so much.
And we're going to be, you and I and our companies are going to be doing a lot of work together this year, in 2023. Okay? I mean, it's
for
just,
sure.
Without question. I mean, it's so great to be working with you again. That's all I can tell you. And you're just doing a great job out there. And I know you have a small company, but it's a small company with a huge impact. Okay? And I like to think we can do the same thing.
Well, I appreciate that.
You know, I mean, you really do.
That's
you have stayed the course, my friend. From the very, very beginning, you have stayed the course, believed in what you did, and look at the success you're having. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Not unbelievable.
Well,
it's
I appreciate
terrific.
that, Larry. Yeah,
my pleasure.
And we've worked hard. And again, I've got great people around me. That's the reason we've been able to stay the course and to succeed in such tough times. Is, you know, I'm just surrounded by really impactful people.
Wow, you and I are the kings, but it's really all the people in the court that really matter. Is that correct? The hands of the king.
That's for sure. Yeah. There's no king successful without the people
no
in the
king
court.
without a kingdom. Okay, I got to tell you. All right, it's a riot. It's just amazing. Congratulations, my friend. And thanks for being here today. All right, and I'll talk to you today, and we're going to get all this together. I promise you.
All right, sounds good, Larry. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, and good luck to the Browns. Did I mention that? Good luck to the Browns. The Volkswagen Beetles, the old Beatles like mine. The old Volkswagen
they
Beetles.
Need the luck.
Okay, of the NFL. Take care, Mark. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah, Larry. So long.
Thanks, pal. Bye-bye. Okay, the amazing Mark Barnes, everybody. The founder, publisher, writer, etc. of Times 10 Publications, and it's 10, like the number 10, 10publications.com, and go over there. It's really a nice website. We're working hard with them. Okay, they're working hard with us, and it's just so great to be back together again. We're going to archive this show over at ace-ed.org, and that's our home website. Everything we do over there, including our teacher retention site, which I think is incredibly important, in our SEL site. Check it all out. And the new issue of the magazine. I'm Larry Jacobs. This is Pre-K-12 Education Talk Radio. Can't thank you enough for listening. And we're about 10 days away from Thanksgiving. I'll keep you posted on that.